but I do want to see a chip. It might be so spicy. There you go. It's an Hylos.
Hey, you gotta go with the low and easy, what is it called? Low-hanging fruit. Like, if it's obviously a Hylos, just pick up a Hylos.
Yeah.
So, Trex, is there a chance Onic can extend this?
Because I'm a Ruby fan, I think there is. I think there is a chance. I'd give it like 35 to 65.
Yeah. Well, I'm not good at numbers. What does that tell us?
That tells me that they have a better chance in this game compared to the previous 2 games.
Okay. I'm still not all that good in numbers. There's a scissor here. Well, this is potentially the final game between Onic going up against TL. Will TL drop Onic in their own home turf? We're throwing it over to the casters for this one.
You know what? I'm not good at numbers either, LaFell. And that's why I'm right here, joining with the boys, Leo and Mirko. We're bringing it in Game 3. It's match point right now for Team Liquid. 2 champions once again that started this all out, and it has been dominant so far for the champions from the Philippines. Gentlemen, are we thinking the same things here with the draft?
If we did not watch the first 2 games, worrying about the mental of Onic right now, then yes, I'd even up those numbers. I'd say it's a 60-40 in favor of Onic. I really like this draft.
But the thing is, the first 2 games happened, and in game number 2, it was honestly quite brutal to see Onic panic the way they did in the base defense. Skylar hitting a wall, going for the Valkyrie's descent. Keyboy flickering, trying to really look for a way to drag him, but unable to. So they are on easier to execute compositions now, on easier to execute heroes. It's back to the basics, even the Ruby, something that we haven't seen in a while, getting to the hands of Skylar
Not
again.
just easier, I'd say even at an advantage. You're looking at Keyboy, who is holding on for dear life and can hold on to these softies. I'm looking at Carl DZ, I'm looking at Sanji. Hell, there might even be a world where he holds on to Sanford, hits him with a Tsunami Slam when he's not ready, because again, you have to scale up. You have to get the right items on Sanford for him to, you know, literally be CCMU. They catch JP.
Oh man, Revitalize gonna be popped instantly now as JP still able to sustain back up. And that's it. Onic just want to bait out the Revitalize, but the thing is, they're getting poked down. That Lethal Ignition take down on Sans.
Yeah, that's part of it. Take down the Revitalize. They even have to work through 2 Purifies over there on the side of TL. That's something they can work on. You see the emblems here coming through. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of crowd control. And I have to agree with the panel, you know, when Trex was saying, like, bring out the Ruby, bring out some crowd control to go ahead and complement Keyboy on this Kalea, who traditionally, this hero, the Kalea, does really good at setting things up, obviously, and then the sustainability that comes with it built into the kit. So they've got to be able to play around this potential. JP?
Well, Revitalize this time around. Mana Shocker locks him down with the help of Keyboy, but JP stood alive for quite a bit. Carl TZ looking to play now with the Thorn Rose, but it's actually a bit too aggressive. Keyboy gets away, gets Sans back to a comfortable spot too, but look at Sanford already holding in the turtle. Sans going in over on O-Head. He might be able to get them down completely. Skylar walking up now. Keyboy gonna go in as well. It's a double flicker from Skylar and Keyboy. What? O-Head getting pulled back by the Apple Friend. It's on a ruin.
There you go! CC Immune coming in. Knocks up the trade for Keyboy. They fight Skylar even after he hits the flicker. And Lutpi cannot catch Sanji.
Dark Wave on 2, that's gonna Inferno pursue the puncture away to Thorn Rose, locking him down, and it's JP with the DPS taking him out.
It looked so good for Onic for a minute there, but then it all fell apart. And they're going to be zoned off this turtle with Sans.
Doing a lot of damage over on Sanford, but he's able to flick around now. Kyrie jumps in with the trace, says Animam and Shocker is the right tree in for Kai! And now it's JP to fall! Sans gets the last kill in the skirmish.
And there's the counter punch, man. When I was saying it looked so good, well, Onic took it back and said, here we go, we'll make it look good.
It's all Onic. After the first turtle, Liquid, what they're looking at is off-timing engagements. Onic has better uptime in this draft. They're 2,000 gold up at 3 minutes. This is dangerous waters Liquid swimming in.
And for the first time, no joke, nice Leo, for the first time today, we hear the Sonics roaring as JP falls again.
Roaring,
He needed it.
roaring with purpose.
Yeah.
They were roaring before the match even began, but now they're roaring in celebration. They can celebrate the fact that the mid lane has been won. They can celebrate the fact that Ludwig can freely leave the EXP lane because Sanford is still on wave clear duty. So that means that's taken care of. Up top though, that might be where Liquid can find a little bit of breathing room. between the Esmeralda and the Ruby and the Esmeralda,
Yep.
OHIM can dance around, threaten something from Skylar, and then leave. They actually are still at the 50-50. This is the only lane, I think, that Liquid can hold on and say, can we do something here? That's why JP is kind of scouting out, and they send up Sans.
Yeah, Donor Wolf King now. Sans under turret though, going in for Brilliant. Skylar's still able to sustain, but the Glorious Pathway is right there. No kill, just yet for Onic and for TL.
And that's why you were just saying that. You know, Onic knows that exact compilation up top. They have to go ahead and deal with it. But they tried to make a play, it didn't happen. But they did get a Purify out, so that's something for them. It was a great response from TL. But now, with this bit of a lead that Onic has built themselves, they're in a good position to go ahead and get control of the next objective. Yeah, they secured the first one. It was a little messy, a little chaotic, but that's fine because this lineup also allows them to kind of take these fights. Again, with a Kalea on your side, your sustainability can be there. You can see them fighting for the position here. TL in their own position. They want to fight for it.
Glorious Pathway by JP. Falling Sun would lock it down. Lutfi now as JP's going to be caught low. Throwing a Ruin on 4. But there's not much damage coming through as Carl Teasy is able to secure the turtle. Tsunami Slam.
Liquid with the body block, securing the turtle for Carl Teasy. Down goes Sanford, down goes JP. Sanji follows through. The Sky King is angry. Order in the court.
You might have gotten the turtle, but we got the kills, and now they continue to put the pressure here. In that mid lane, Sans will be fine. TL holds on to the tier 1 in the mid.
So the one way Liquid did that is through sheer threat of damage. And their main source of reliable damage right now is Sanji. Sanji got the pop off, a good amount of salvos from feathered airstrikes in that engagement, more than he had all game long, 5 minutes in. So what is the trick? Onic has just better vision right now. Mountain Shocker, almost guarantees that Sanji cannot pick a good brush to fire from. But look at this 1v1. This is a dream come true for a lot of fans watching.
Yeah, but
Not going to break out.
Carl knew something was off, man. There's no way Kyrie wants a 1v1 like this. Someone is definitely in the vicinity and he spots. Well, he didn't spot, but he sniffed Lutfi out.
Yeah, not going to happen there. Again, they want to fight mid.
Falling Sun, one of the Glorious Path we used together. Sanford walks up as well. The Brilliance aggressively with a feathered airstrike, not doing too much as Skylar rotates into mid. But again, it's just a feint from both
It
teams.
seems like the stallion sense is something that all members of Liquid share.
SS.
The fact that there was Skylar coming through the side lane and then, wait, they're fighting this. They're fighting this. We shouldn't be going in. Man, all right, despite it being a good position, we shouldn't overcommit. Again, we are still down 3,000 gold.
This is the first time the win rate prediction is favored Onic.
Realme knows what's up.
Realme knows what's up.
That's map you can follow right there, right, from Realme. So 10 seconds up for this last turtle. 1 for 1 right now in terms of turtles for both teams. But right now, Onic has been winning these fights.
Oh, yeah.
And look at this. TL wants to get a position.
Walks up, dashes through. That's going to be the stun from JP to lock him down. But now Dark Wave lands on 2. No way for the pursuit just yet as Lutfi holds it in. Sanford, opponent's angle. In front of pursuit finally with I'm offended as well with the Glorious Pathway used up. And the Falling Sunwood comes out with a Revitalize as well. But Carl wins out the red tree. Thunder Ruin on 1. Sans.
2 turtles over the Team Liquid, but Kyrie continues the onslaught. Finding 2, serving up 1 to Sans.
Kai in the back with a double. Now it's Carl and OHIM running for the hills. And Kai wants to go for the traces. Will be able to find the angle. Now goes on to the goal. That's an offended. Kyrie with a maniac.
They will wipe out the Cavalry Team Liquid for the first time in the series. Feels it here in Game 3.
Baby Cakes reeling. No farm for OHIM. No farm for Carl Teasy. Sanji can't even stand 2 seconds with the feathered airstrike. This is looking like Onic have woken up.
Ooh, man, I'll
Is
say
it too late?
yeah. Well, good thing it's a best of 5.
If they take it a game at a time, it's not too late.
They start with capping out this game, getting it secured. Right now, man, Kyrie, I feel like, has woken up. 8-0-5 on this YSS.
Not a real KDA line.
Hey, man.
8-0-5 in 8 minutes. Feathered airstrike. Start up, cancel just as quickly. The answer, Mountain Shocker, Liquid, back out of here.
All right. We're under a minute away from this Lord to come up here. Things are settling into place. Team Liquid drastically trying to catch up.
Thing is, Nice Leo, the last time these two met, it was in the semifinals of MSC 2025, and it was the same story. Team Liquid started up 2-0, Onic getting 1 game in, and then it ended with a 3-1. Now that's why I'm asking, is it too late? Because it's a best of 5, but if you only get going now, Team Liquid, they've yet to adapt.
They're already going.
Exactly.
So they don't stop at this point. Even with this, again, for the first time throughout the series, you see TL down this much against Onic. They've turned games around before, but right now it's a complete control fest for Onic to deal with this. They're on this side of the jungle of TL. Are they going to force a fight for the purple buff? Glorious Pathway.
Huh? Skylar already using that earlier. I'm offended, but the airstrike coming out. Keyboy instantly canceling it out. Now it's Sanford is still in the midst of it all. Throwing a ruin from Sanford. Doesn't land on most of them.
They do take a lot of damage. Down he goes. Punished hard by Kyrie. They do trade out 2 for free. Onic are running right through Liquid.
They're going to take this tier 2 turret down. That was a team fight that they wanted to force TL under. They went for it. They tried to make it happen. I mean, they used a lot of ultimates and even battle spells to fight it out, but they lost it.
Look, when you're down almost 10,000 gold,
What do you do?
your mistakes are super punishable.
Yep.
You can see Skylar again. What was that? I'm offended early. It doesn't matter. That might have just been a false gleam of hope for Liquid to overcommit.
And it's because of Lutpi. He has stepped up immensely in this game. Look at those dark waves. It really staggers you. It's not like a big CC ability, but it stops you from moving for just a second. And against this kind of composition, with so much damage output, just a second, just a millisecond will count. And you can really see how the frontliners can't handle that damage. They can't walk through. They can't try to look for any stuns.
I can't even see frontliners. That's what Liquid is right now. They're just a big ball of mush that Onic are running through.
Lord charging in. That's going to be a dash with a Tsunami slamming to the all-in onto him. That Sanford with throwing a ruin, but it only lands onto again. Assan's able to dash away with the brilliance. Now JP falling. Lutpi jumping around.
Sanford falls. It's all Onic so far. But look at the HP bars. Kyrie gets jumped down by Carl. The Carl falls. It's just Sanji left. The Lone Stallion facing off against 4.
For the first time in this series, the Cavalry will fall. Sanji taken out. It's a wipe up for the Sky Kings. They have a cannon minion in mid, and they will end it. The first strike for Onic.
Onic